Hey everyone, this is Derek Bros with the Conscious Resistance Network, and I just have a quick update on Jeffrey Epstein. Before we get into that, I want to remind you guys to bookmark theconsciousresistance.com, our website where you can stay up to date with all of our content, and you can also get discount off Anarchapulco tickets coming up next year. And of course, you can come to our website here and find our documentary. It's somewhere on this page. Called Bringing Down Jeffrey Epstein, which covers a lot of the information that we're going to briefly go over today. So I invite you guys to please check that out. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook, BitChute, Steemit, and Minds, and elsewhere. And of course on our website. So please do check that out. But yes, I'm just excited to share this with you really quick. I haven't even had time to look through it myself. It's a 4-part series here from the Miami Herald. And of course, if you know the story of Jeffrey Epstein, there he is right there, the sick man. He's based in West Palm Beach, so he's down there in Florida. So the Miami Herald and some of the papers out there actually do good work and pay attention to this. Now this is, what we're looking at right here is a 4-part series from the Miami Herald and a timeline of events that explore, it's called Perversion of Justice right here. It says a decade before Me Too, a multimillionaire sex offender from Florida got the ultimate break. I mean, this is, from what I've seen, this is a powerful report, guys. Like, this breaks down everything that I talk about in the documentary from 2005. It has a El Brio right there. I've been on that street. I've been in front of that man's house. And it just shows you timeline of events. And as we covered in the documentary, Alexander Acosta, who is currently the labor secretary, who is the lawyer who helped Epstein get off, he was appointed by Trump, and he's now being considered for the U.S. Attorney General. So this has the entire timeline of events. Look all these young girls. Look at these. Look at that, braces. Like, really young girls. These are the girls that this dude's fucking with. And it goes further and deeper into this. Alfredo Rodriguez right here, who was his butler, his houseman, the one who took his little black book and sold it and tried to sell it, who spent more time in prison than Epstein himself did. So this thing goes by month, like year by year, and covers this whole saga of Epstein. And there's Virginia Roberts right there, who's one of the victims who continues to speak out. You know, this is not conspiracy theory. Please watch our documentary and learn about this. And this brings us all the way here to 2018, December, which is coming up. You guys know who followed here. I covered this on the channel. I wrote an article about it a couple months ago. Epstein's civil trial is scheduled to continue, or to resume Palm Beach County Court on Bradley Edwards, who is the lawyer who's defended these women pro bono for a decade now, on his allegations that Epstein sued him to punish him for representing several of the victims. So this is kind of a side lawsuit that doesn't directly relate to Epstein's claims, or the women's claims against him, but it does kind of indirectly relate to it, because Epstein is known to sue people and countersue people who don't, or who go after him, you know. And as it says right here, Epstein's has indicated he will not appear in court for trial. This dude lays low, and he's so powerful, he can avoid trial, avoid actually coming to court anytime he wants. And this little 5-minute video here says, where are they now? Who are the biggest players in the Epstein case right here? And it shows some familiar faces here. I don't know if it gets into the Clintons and the Trumps. Like I said, I haven't really had time to get into this, but if you see up here at the top, part 1 is called A Sex Pyramid Scheme, how a future Trump cabinet member gave a serial sex abuser the deal of a lifetime. Part 2 is called Undermining the Case. Cops work to put serial sex abuser in prison. Prosecutors work to cut him a big break. Part 3 is called Another Kind of Justice. Even from jail, sex abuser manipulated the system. His victims were kept in the dark. Part 4 is Epstein's connections. And as you see right here, it says he was over 50. They were little girls. Their stories were almost identical. The evidence was substantial. And this just goes into exploring all of Epstein's connections. And this is kind of like a graphic. I think it might not be showing well on my computer, but see, it says you want to select the investigators. You can see the investigators involved, the inner circle, the associates. Yeah, I think my computer's acting up right now, but I will post all of these in the description below. It's a new series called Perversion of Justice. It looks like it was just posted today, November 28th. Yep, today. And there's about a dozen journalists involved in it. You can see these people, the team: investigative reporter, investigative editor, visual journalist, interaction designer, video production, copy editor, social media editors, Senior Manager of Design, Supportive Investigative Journalism. So yeah, I mean, this is some real work. And it says the Miami Herald obtained thousands of FBI and court documents, lawsuits, and witness depositions, and went to federal court in New York to access sealed documents and the reporting of perversion of justice. This is actual journalism for once. The Herald also tracked down more than 60 women who said they were victims, some of whom had never spoken of the abuse before. So they got new women to come forward. I'm going to dive into this, spend my afternoon really getting into this, maybe do a follow-up report. Shoot, we might need to do a part 2 of the Bringing Down Jeffrey Epstein documentary. It looks like they did their homework even better than I had, and I'm excited to see it. This is the kind of stuff that I'm a nerd for. Obviously, these are horrible, atrocious crimes, but the more details we get out there, the more likely this sick bag of crap will be held liable. And the people who let him go and the people he's tied to might be held accountable. Because as we know, Epstein, apparently, some of the women, and I don't know if they'll cover this. I don't know how far the Miami Herald is going to push, if they're going to push, like, you know, into the real stuff. These women said that he videotaped a lot of these interactions, and it seemed like it was probably to gain blackmail on powerful people, because we know everybody from Kevin Spacey, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Robert De Niro, Stephen Hawking, even all kinds of powerful people were connected to this guy, and many of them made trips to his Little St. Jeff Island, Little St. James Island on the Lolita Express private plane where these young girls were at, and some of them were apparently held as sex slaves, and at least one of them says she was raped by Donald Trump and abused by Epstein, and many of them say this went for years. So please do check this article out, check out all the pieces there, share it on any of your social media channels you're on. You know, share it to freedomcells.org, share it to your minds.com page, share it to your MeWe page, share it to your make a BitChute video about it. Share it, yeah, I guess if you want, share it on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube too. But all right, guys, that's it. Go ahead, start diving in. Let's see what you find, and let's keep exposing these sick people, because this is the only way we're going to really create the world that we know is possible. We got to heal ourselves, but we also got to heal the world of these kinds of people, and maybe even give them a chance to be held accountable. I don't believe in dragging these people to the street and murdering them necessarily and becoming the monsters we fight, but I do think that confronted with their actions and confronted with, you know, people being willing to confront them and hold them accountable, perhaps change is possible. Perhaps not. Maybe they're sick, maybe they're twisted, maybe they won't change, but I work towards helping all people shift their consciousness for something better. And that's it for today. Thank you guys for listening, for following, subscribing. We got lots of exciting content coming up in the month of December. I want to remind you, as of January 2019, we are no longer going to be posting new content to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, etc. So find us on all the alternative platforms I already mentioned. Have a good day. Talk to you tomorrow. Remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free. Peace.